In my last video, we did a deep dive into the fixed range volume profile, but the biggest question that comes up when you actually sit down to trade is, where do I actually anchor this tool? Here is the harsh truth. If you just drag the FRVP across random candles to fit your bias, your volume levels are completely useless. You are basically just trading an illusion, and your stop loss will get hunted. The secret to drawing the perfect volume profile comes down to one thing: market structure. If you've watched my previous videos on market structure, you know the market moves in objective waves. You should never plot your volume profile until a true structural shift, like a break of structure or a change of character, has actually happened. Today, I am going to show you the exact anchoring strategy professionals use. We are going to combine market structure with the FRVP so you can map out true institutional liquidity, step by step, on a live chart. Let's look at a real example, using Bitcoin on the 5-minute chart. Before we touch the volume profile, we have to find our market structure. Looking at the chart, we have this aggressive, sharp drop, an impulsive move down that breaks our previous local support. This is our confirmed structural shift. Now, where do we anchor the fixed range volume profile? We don't guess. We anchor it right at the absolute top wick where that drop started, and we drag it down to the exact bottom wick where the sell-off finished. By anchoring strictly to that market structure leg, the FRVP immediately maps out our institutional levels. The large shaded area it generates is our value area, where roughly 70% of the volume for that drop was traded. We have our value area high at the top, our value area low at the bottom, and a thick high volume node right in the middle, acting as our point of control. Throughout this profile, we can also clearly spot our other high volume nodes and low volume nodes. Look at what happens as the price moves forward. The price dips and starts trading completely below the value area, which I have highlighted here in the yellow box. But when it eventually climbs back up, it uses that value area low as strict resistance. If you look closely, you can also see a high volume node formed right at this value area low, proving the sellers stepped in to defend it. This is exactly how we use past data to predict high probability future outcomes. Next, the market consolidates. Using the consolidation box anchor across this sideways zone reveals a thick volume shelf. When price breaks out, amateurs think it's a moon mission, but we know we're still inside the wider value area from the first drop. You absolutely can take a trade on this breakout, but it is a short-term scalp, because the price broke out from the consolidation and also broke through the high volume node at the value area low. We have strong short-term momentum, but you must keep your target strictly within the wider value area. In this case, the POC, or right near the POC, is your exact target. You take your profit there and get out before the sellers smack it back down. But here is the golden rule of volume trading. When price leaves a consolidation zone, you do not delete that profile. You extend its value area forward in time. That is your historical demand zone. Later in the day, the price rallies up, hits our POC resistance, and aggressively crashes back down. Retail breakout traders are panicking here, but look exactly where the crash stops. It drops straight into our extended value area from earlier in the morning, and boom, we get a perfect aggressive bounce right off our historical volume. Why did this happen? Because the institutions spent hours building their long positions in that exact zone. When price returned to their best average entry price, they stepped in and violently defended it. Now, I want you to pay close attention to this next part, because this is where retail traders lose all the profits they just made. We saw the price bounce perfectly off our extended value area the first time. It rallied back up, failed to break resistance, and came crashing back down for a second test of our value area. Here is a rule you must remember. The more times a support or demand zone is tested, it either becomes weaker or stronger. In our case, it becomes weaker. When price hits this box for the second time, the buyers are exhausted. A violent red breakdown candle slices right through the bottom of our value area. The institutional floor has officially collapsed. But our volume profile analysis doesn't stop here. Look at the strong recovery rally on the right side of the chart. As price pushes back up, our previous value area actually tries to act as resistance. You can see the price trading right around this zone, battling it out. It even breaks through slightly at the top, which is a classic institutional stop-loss hunt designed to trap retail breakout traders. But we have to ask ourselves, why didn't this previous value area act as a stronger wall of resistance? To find out, We have to follow the money. I plotted a new fixed range volume profile over the massive distribution phase at the very top of the chart, and instantly, the profile gives us the answer. You can clearly see that the heaviest trading volume has completely migrated. Most of the trading activity, the real institutional money, actually happened inside this new upper value area that we just plotted. Because the bulk of the volume shifted, our old level simply didn't have enough resting liquidity to hold the price down permanently. As the market continues its recovery, it pushes straight into this new, heavy upper value area. This proves that the institutions have shifted their main supply zone from the point of control of our first plotted profile to this new value area. This migration indicates that the sellers are getting much stronger and increasingly aggressive. The market starts consolidating right inside this new zone. The buyers simply cannot push the price any higher because the sellers are now fiercely defending this true ceiling. This confirms the bears are in complete control. And knowing this top was in triggers a massive waterfall sell-off as price crashes back down. You now have the ultimate institutional map. But before we wrap this up, let me show you the final puzzle piece for entering a trade. How do we actually know the institutions are defending these value areas? We look at the traditional volume bars right here at the bottom of the screen. For example, look right here. The price hits the POC and the sellers step in. Now the price drops directly into our previous value area. You can see a strong red candle, followed immediately by an even stronger green candle. This area is exactly what we were waiting for. The candlestick structure is showing clear bullish momentum. And lastly, we confirm it with the volume. To take this trade, the volume must increase.